Look at all that.
Look at all this junk.
So this is the tool bag. Al's tool bag.
This is Al's tool bag. So you know the tools that come with your motorcycle tend to be rather flimsy and
Chintzy.
insipid. Cheapo.
Yeah.
So this is my version of tools that are worth having. And so this is my other ditty bag called Real Tools.
As opposed to fake ones.
An original early winters bag.
Yeah, again,
Lasts
bags are
forever.
important.
Okay, so let's look at some of, everybody's going to have their own idea of what's important and what to bring. These are just some of the things that I've come up with. So this is electrical tape, a little bit of that. This is regular old cheap gray duct tape, a wad of that. And then this is the bomb. This is Gorilla Tape.
Gorilla Tape.
Gorilla Tape.
Again, just little rolls. You made your
Little
own
tiny
rolls
rolls.
around a little...
Yep. So those are
Pencil or something.
self-explanatory.
Okay.
Zip ties of different sizes. A little bundle
okay.
there.
Longer
A little bundle
ones.
there. And all of these have been tied together with little pieces of inner tube. Now, if you come into a fix and you need to start a fire out in your adventures, use these little pieces of inner tube. Actually, some people make a little packet of them as fire starters.
You're kidding. They actually are good fire starters.
They're incredible fire starters. They
Wow.
burn hot and they burn for a little while.
They can handle some wind, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, there we got the
Here we
hose
have
clamp.
a few hose clamps.
Okay.
This is a fuel line.
Fuel line.
A
Is that
fuel
cut to
line.
length or just I don't know what my length is. Right?
Yeah, this is enough to put on my fuel line on my KLR.
Okay.
And this is wax. This is just paraffin wax in a little bag. This is great for zippers on tents. If your zipper fails, it's oftentimes because it's dry, and you can use this to lubricate your zipper and it'll work much better. And another quick tip on zippers is if they separate, oftentimes it's because the teeth in the pull has gotten a little worn and widened. So if you take two pliers and on either side of that zipper pull, you can press it just lightly. It'll bring it back together enough that it'll work
actually zip anymore.
to zip up your
Nice.
tent.
Oh, there goes somebody with morning coffee in there.
Morning, Hunter.
Morning coffee.
This is just a little bit of electrical tape for
Electrical wire.
Electrical wire, sorry, for electrical things. And as I'm putting this together, I'm already seeing things that I've scavenged and used in the shop, and I have not replaced yet. These are our brake and clutch lever that are specific for my motorcycle. So if I fell and I broke a clutch lever, I would have a difficult time moving down the road
Without
and
those.
shifting
Yeah.
without these. So
Good idea.
they're fairly lightweight, but are pretty valuable if you lose them. These are all ratchet tools that I have come up with that are fairly common for my motorcycle.
So one could look at their cheapy tools and get at least the initial set from what they included in the cheapy tools,
Exactly.
and then
Yeah.
replace them with the better
And then replace
tools.
them with the better tools.
And then
So-
you have a handle for that, though. But I'm sure. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, look at
Here's,
that.
here's
That's
the ratchet.
that's a
for
real
that.
tool.
It's
Yeah.
a real
Okay.
tool.
Nothing fake there.
No, the real deal. And I can already tell that I'm missing one of those little extensions. I should have that in here. And I didn't spend a lot of time because it wasn't a huge adventure and we're way off in the boonies. So I would have probably spent more time going through this stuff and making sure I had everything that I needed before we went on a trip. This is another thing that I think is really invaluable. We've used this a lot, and this is a nut and bolt kit for a metric motorcycle. And so this has typical nuts and bolts and washers that you might need for your motorcycle.
On that bike over there.
On that bike over there.
Yeah.
So you could probably go to a hardware store and pick all these out, or you could go to a motorcycle store and just buy one of these packets. It's $16, and they've already figured what you would typically need. And we've used this a lot.
So there's multiples of each.
Multiples of
Yeah,
each.
that makes sense. Wow.
That's pretty handy. The last thing we have in this kit is a throttle inner wire wire. So it's $5, and it's made by Barnett in the USA.
And what does it do?
So this is a throttle wire. So if you have a throttle wire on the motorcycle that breaks, and you need a new one, this is what it is.
I can't even see a wire in there.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
wire
underneath
right
it.
there.
Okay, so I'm looking at the retainer.
Yeah, and this is the retainer. It's a universal one, so you can get it to length and then put in this small.
Don't lose that.
Don't
kids.
lose that. You'll be messed up.
Don't lose that, kids.
Yeah, but that'll help get you back on the road.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's Al's
Boy.
real tools for motorcycles. And obviously there's all sorts of other tools that you could add, and add or delete as you see fit. So happy riding, boys.
Thanks, Al.
You're welcome.